Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. This past week, I learned something that made my blood boil. After 2 seasons of Star Trek Picard, perhaps the most loathed and despised of all the Kurtzman Trek abominations, they're coming out with a 3rd season because failure is the new business model at Paramount. And what's more, in an act of sheer desperation, Kurtzman and his latest flying monkey, Terry Matalas, along with the ever-sucking Akiva Goldsman, are bringing back the Next Generation cast for Season 3, and this is not a good thing. This is something Kurtzman said they'd never do. He swore that Patrick Stewart didn't want to do another Next Generation show, which is why we got 2 seasons of the absolutely vile shit sandwich that was Picard Seasons 1 and 2, allegedly. But regardless, now in desperation because nothing else they've tried has worked, they're saying, hey, we got the Next Generation cast back together, except for Data, of course, who he killed in Season 1, and of course except for Picard himself, who he also killed in Season 1. So no, this won't be Picard himself in Season 3, it'll be a robot duplicate of Picard moving forward. Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. But just like they tried to con us into thinking they were going to make some real Star Trek with Strange New Worlds, which was nothing of the kind, it was a horrible show, now they're saying, no, we have a new showrunner, and this showrunner is actually going to try and make good Star Trek. Well, unlike some well-intentioned but naive YouTubers out there who are falling for this nonsense and shilling for Kurtzman's latest bait and switch, I am not fooled. I clearly see what is happening here, and so I think it's time to speak out and warn everyone that if you watch this next season of Picard, you're playing right into Kurtzman's hands. You're enabling him to continue strangling Star Trek to death, collaborating with him in the murder and butchering of what's left of Star Trek, and ensuring that this cultural vandal's contract gets renewed, which makes me furious. The reason I'm making this video is because there are YouTubers out there who are going to try to make the case that if you want to save Star Trek, you've got to go ahead and watch Picard Season 3, and I'm here to tell you that it's quite the opposite. The fastest way to finish Star Trek off and make sure it remains in Kurtzman's hands is to watch Picard Season 3 and participate with Kurtzman in the destruction of the franchise. The final nail in the coffin. When I heard there was a member of our community on Twitter saying fans should give Picard Season 3 a chance, I lost my shit on Twitter because I see what's actually going on here. And so I sounded the alarm about Picard Season 3 for hours, viciously pointing out why we need to avoid Season 3 like the plague. I don't think I can explain the situation to you any better than I did in those tweets, and so I will share them with you now and do my best to explain why you're helping to kill Star Trek if you watch Picard Season 3 or any more Kurtzman Trek moving forward. I am also respectfully omitting the name of the YouTuber in question supporting this Trek because I don't want to embarrass them, I don't want to cause them any pain, but I simply cannot be silent. I must speak out about this abomination. So without further ado, here's what happened on Twitter. Kurtzman Trek is fucking dead to me. You cannot piss in our faces for years, and what? Because your bladder's empty, we're supposed to be grateful that the pissing in our face has stopped? Fuck that. Unless they disavow Kurtzman, admit failure, and trash all that went before publicly, there will be no peace. And then I wasn't done. I said, I don't give a shit if they bring in Ron Moore and have Gene Roddenberry writing scripts for Picard Season 3 via Ouija board, unless they publicly condemn and retract all of Kurtzman Trek, I will not give these fucking cultural vandals another chance. Fuck Picard Season 3, #too fucking late. And then they're like talking about, oh no, but look, oh, I can't wait to show you what we're doing with Worf and what we're doing with Picard, and oh, we're gonna just change everything. And I replied, yeah. So we're supposed to just forget about the years of abuse that Hack Kurtzman subjected fans to? The loathsome, filthy canon destruction, the insultingly moronic scripts, the contempt for Star Trek, its legacy, and fans? Fuck that. We will never forgive or forget. Unfucking believable. And then I added to that. I said, so after all this abuse, we're supposed to come back to Picard Season 3 like abused spouses? Like whipped curs? Because Picard Season 3 says, no, baby, I promise I won't beat you anymore. I didn't mean it. You've had enough? And you want a reset? Hashtag too fucking late. And then I tweeted further because it was getting good to me. Are you going to be stupid enough, weak enough, to come limping back to these filthy cultural vandals who have been spitting in your face and laughing all these years just because they hired the Next Generation cast? All that came before still stands. Don't be cucks and bend over for more abuse. My position on Picard Season 3. I don't care how good or bad it is. I want nothing to do with those scumbags at Bad Robot or Secret Hideout, period. Without respect, we reject, and that's that. Without a condemnation, repudiation, and erasure of Kurtzman Trek, Picard Season 3 is dead. Because see, they're saying, oh, but it's gonna be changed. No, Doomcock, you don't understand. This guy gets Star Trek and he's gonna deliver something wonderful. It's like, I do fucking understand. And I don't care. It doesn't fucking matter. What part of, I don't care if Ron Moore comes in or they get the ghost of Gene Roddenberry writing scripts via fucking Ouija board, I am not going to support anything that Kurtzman does because this only furthers Kurtzman's contract. And I sent out another tweet. I said, no, all that will do is extend Kurtzman's contract and reward the filth who destroyed Star Trek. And they'll laugh in your face for being what they always said you were, a weak man baby they can abuse and abuse at will, then get you back with one fucking season? Not me, brother. It doesn't matter how good or bad Picard Season 3 is. You support it, you support Kurtzman, and by extension, everything that came before. Kids eating human tribble hybrids, Klingorks, Mikey Spock, all of it. You empower Kurtzman to get his contract renewed and endorse him? Fuck no! The only way to save Star Trek is to punish Paramount and Secret Hideout for abusing Star Trek and fans, period. They're desperate now. That's why they're trying to con us with the Next Generation cast. We cannot throw them a lifeline and watch. Star Trek can only survive if Picard Season 3 fails. Son of a bitch. I cannot believe that there's anyone with a lick of good sense that would support Picard Season 3 after the horrible, horrible things that Picard has done. My current plan is not to watch or review Picard Season 3. Instead, every week, I'm going to constantly remind fans of Kurtzman's greatest shits. All of the horrible moments of the past, all the abuse of Spock, all the canon violation, and all of Kurtzman's hatred of Trek and fans. My friend Radius Prime tweeted further, watching Picard is equal to supporting Picard. Deprive them of views. It's the only way. Find something else to do that night. We only need to hold out for a year or two and they will have no choice but to return to the money-making ways of yesterday. Precisely correct, sir. Precisely correct. And then somebody, some troll, some asshole, some loser, some cuck, if I may be so bold, replied that, yeah, well, I'm gonna watch it anyway. And then I tweeted, Kurtzman cackles reading this and says, yes, it's exactly as I told you. You can abuse these pathetic fools for years, shit on everything they love, mock and revile them, and they'll come crawling back just as I have foreseen. Ah, what weak-minded turds. And then I added, Kurtzman Trek is on life support. That's why they've spent the money to hire the next generation cast for Picard Season 3 to try and fool us all with member berries so that Kurtzman can hang on to his fucking contract and keep destroying Star Trek. They hate fans and love pissing on what we love. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is, it's still Kurtzman Trek, still under Secret Hideout, and everything that went before still stands. You support Picard Season 3, you're a supporter and collaborator for Kurtzman Trek, STD, Picard, and all the fan hate that those shows represent, period. Picard Season 3 is a lifeline for Kurtzman, still produced by Secret Hideout under Kurtzman's license. If it succeeds, it's going to extend Kurtzman's license to violate Star Trek. The only way to save Trek is to starve Kurtzman Trek to death, let it die, and start over. It's a fake. And then finally, the mic drop, because Divine Guardian posted a tweet that opened my eyes, and I went and I checked this, my friends. I checked it myself, and I couldn't believe that I hadn't realized this. So this guy, Terry Matalas, is the guy that is helming Season 3 of Picard. He's the showrunner on Season 3 of Picard, and this is what's going to change everything. This is the spin that they're trying to put out there in the Star Trek universe. Well, I went and I checked IMDb, and then I posted the coup de grace, as Steely Dan would put it. Quote, "Here's the final clod of dirt on Picard Season 3's grave. Terry Matalas, the guy being touted as Season 3's savior, the guy that can fix Picard, he was showrunner on Season 2, the horrible Season 2. He had his chance and he blew it. Jesus, this is insane. My work is done. Mic drop." So there you have it, my friends. If you care at all about Star Trek, if you want to have any kind of future for the franchise, avoid Star Trek Picard Season 3 like the plague. Do not listen to their bait and switch promises. Do not watch. Do not forget all the abuse that Kurtzman has brought to your doorstep. Do not collaborate with him. Do not help him to succeed and continue his stranglehold on the Star Trek franchise. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay really angry. Ha 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 ha.